All right. Hello and welcome to the Table Talk Otaku podcast. My name is Okami, or Christian, whatever you would like to call me. I hail from a decent sized town in Pennsylvania, from a smaller town in Oklahoma. I'm a Christian, which affects all my views. And to be honest, this may be a short one as I have not been watching much of anything.
I
But
mean, it ain't
here
gotta
we
be just
go.
about things you've been watching.
Yeah.
That was fine, pops.
Who's the one talking then?
It's my dad. He came to hand me something.
No, I meant you, but yeah.
Oh, all right. So where was I? Oh, hi. This is Pat. Just Pat's fine.
Oh,
I've
hi.
even introduced myself in real life that way one time. But I from the coastal United States down south, and I am halfway through eating an orange.
There you go. And we got one more with us. Been a regular lately. Were you
Global, I'm basically Pat's neighbor.
basically?
Right
That's
next
about it.
door. I mean, this guy really can't leave me alone since he found out where I live.
But does he just show up randomly
I
now and ask for food?
I haven't even been there since then.
You want to go
I
to the
don't
next
even
gun?
know if I could find my way back, honestly.
Go to
Uh,
Mexico.
just search for a base in Louis. Should be fine. Um, yeah, want to go to the next gun and knife show they're gonna have on the Gulf Coast?
That depends on when it is.
Let me look it up. I like gun and knife. You ain't gotta buy anything. They're actually just it's cool. Walk around, look at all the stuff people make, like custom knives and shit that they try to sell and shit.
We have that every year at the mall, but I've never been to it.
The last one was January 31st to February 1st. The next one in Biloxi will be August 15th to 16th in 2026.
Oh, jeez, that's a long way away.
Yeah. Well, they'll probably have one in another town, like in like March or April. Like I don't know where they'd be in Mississippi, but I know they're gonna probably wouldn't be in Slidell the next few months, but that's in Louisiana.
Yeah.
So keep your calendar open for August. We'll go look at some guns and stuff.
Maybe.
You gonna get that those guns without a background check? Is that what I heard?
Uh,
They
no,
don't do that.
no, it's
But
not like
that's what everybody. That's what they all
yeah.
say. You just trade
My
them at the gun show, man.
my first gun and knife show though, I got to hold the M1 Garand. I'm like, oh, I want this gun so bad,
I also won an M1 Grand pretty
dude.
bad, not gonna lie.
It's, they're so awesome, and it's a piece of history too.
Mm. Don't even know what that is.
It's the U.S. service rifle used in World War II.
That's not gonna help me at all.
Just letting you know that's what it is.
Well,
If you ever played an old like World War II shooting game and that rifle that had the ping when you reloaded, that's the M1 Garand.
nope,
Oh, there you
never.
go. Um, Also, Cobalt, the civilian marksmanship program in Alabama, you do have to get signed up with their program, but if you can, it's only like 700 for an M1 Garand if you can, or if non-collectors in 1 grand. So, but
Yeah.
you gotta get signed up with that program.
Yeah.
Also, the store is like really far away.
Well, I mean, they can mail it to you, but it's just getting on with the like you gotta have like a concealed carry license or some shit. I don't know. There's requirements to get on with the CMP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been a member before, and I meant to go and get one, and I never had the chance because oh,
Look, if you get a membership again, I will pay you to buy me an M1 Grand and then transfer it to me.
can't sport. That's illegal.
No, if we can legally transfer it after you purchase it, so I'll pay you to transfer it to me. That's
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is it's just a pain in the ass.
I know, but I'm willing to do it for $1,000. I just don't have to pay $1,400 for one off of freaking gunbroker.com.
Oh. Also, not sure what the quality of the ones that they are.
They list the different ones you can get. I know, like I said, the cheapest one's around like $700, but they have ones that go up to like 800 or 900. And they're like I said, they're like collector's quality kind of stuff. I think the ones you get for like $700 are probably like ones that were shipped to the Philippines, but then like refurbished and sent back to the CMP. That's typically what those are, the $700 ones. Anime.
Oh, yeah. Stuff I'm not interested in. But what have we been up to?
I mean, you're the host. You want to start?
Nothing.
You ain't been
Same
places,
old,
ate
same
nothing,
old.
cooked any food.
Same old, same old. I
We've
mean,
been watching Favorite all month.
that's using the month lightly because I don't think we've watched a single episode in March. But also, we've only
About
seen
February.
2 episodes in February.
I think we
'Cause
saw 3.
maybe. I know we
We didn't
started
last week because I
out
was
with,
on call.
yeah, we started out with 2 episodes in January, I believe, right?
Oh yeah,
So,
like mid January they released episode 1 and 2.
yeah.
Anyway,
No, I haven't been doing much. We, like, something I do every once in a while is I cooked beans, and that's about it.
what kind of beans?
You name it, it was probably in there.
I mean,
Pinto.
red beans, lima beans,
Yep.
pinto beans.
Yep.
Oh, you
I
just
just
make a
cook
7 bean salad.
I just take a bunch of beans, cook them, put a little bit of ham in it, and call it a day.
Haven't been to any like favorite restaurants recently.
I mean, no, not really. We all. I'm a creature of habit when it comes to restaurants, so
Oh, I've noticed.
I don't. I
I mean,
don't
you do have
venture
a wife.
outside.
She doesn't like to try new things.
She's not. No, if somebody's going to try something, it's going to be me. So she's just along for the ride at that point.
How about did you get your rank up in Rocket League?
Nope.
Nope, you still not champion. I mean, not champion. What's the one you
It
usually get
would
to?
be champ. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Usually I get to champ, but I haven't got there this. It's been really difficult in Rocket League. Not like the players aren't difficult. It's more of coordinating. A lot more people nowadays are just um
Ball chasers.
no that it's not ball chasing. It's like they literally don't play correctly when it comes to rotations. So I just don't know where to be half the time.
So a bunch of me's.
No, like I said, it's not like they're ball chasing. They're just in the wrong spot.
Oh no,
So I don't.
I didn't ball chase. It's just I was very bad with my position
Oh,
because I was a noob.
well, but you're being new to the game and not knowing where to be is different than not being new to the game and just not being in the right spot.
Just
That's
incompetent.
well, it's like they're very confident. They're probably better at the game mechanically than I am, but because their positioning is so bad, it's just I look like I look like a champ player playing against a bunch of plats. But for some reason the plats can flip reset, and all I do is just stay on the ground and dribble. So, and they don't know what to do with that half the time. So I'll win games just by dribbling, but then the other half of the time I just get like outclassed by a guy flying through the air, and there's like I jump, but I'm not as controlled, so there's not much I can do.
So Sounds like a lack of fundamentals on that end for their part, not yours.
So like I have a lack of mechanics. And I'm not saying it's not my fault too. I'm just saying that
Yeah, but you're
for
saying you
what
can win with just dribbling. That means they lack
true, true.
fundamentals.
So
They're too worried
yeah.
about the fancy shit.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, it's like Cobalt in a FPS versus me in an FPS with better aim. And like I don't have better aim in FPS, but that would be the equivalent. Would be Cobalt with all the game sense, and then me with better aim, and I just somehow pull it out every once in a while. But
Maybe for a round.
well, that's what I'm saying. That's what it is. Is like I was comparing if I was
Well,
my teammate in Rocket
to
League, but
give
you
you
were the
an
better
idea,
one for the whole thing.
imagine if Okami could like use the game mechanics like Mad Max, but he just doesn't have Mad Max's game sense, like that kind of situation.
I yeah, like take me and you out of it. I shouldn't have done that. Just somebody with better aim in an FPS will just do better in most gunfights. However, they have not as much game sense. That's what my teammates are in Rocket League. They have all these awesome mechanics like flip resets and other things, but then for some reason they just leave it in the air or pass it straight to the opponents, and I'm left stuck in goal by myself. And if the other team has any sense to pass the ball, then I can't do anything because all I can do is challenge the person in front of me. But I stay ranked in where I am because most of the time the people don't have the wherewithal to pass, and they just get challenged, and then I'm home free. But yeah, so in an FPS setting, it would just be a person that has great aim but no game sense, or doesn't know the map, or something like that.
Why do I hear footsteps? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Anywho, what else you got to ask
Alright.
Okami about what he's been up to?
I mean, what I've been watching has been, I've actually been catching Criminal Minds. I'm like three seasons from the end, so I've been watching that mostly. And then anime wise, I finished one not too long ago. I'm trying to see where I was.
I actually watched the Slice of Life anime this week and finished it.
Yeah. Oh, trash that. I finished chilling my 30s after getting fired. So.
Yeah, I saw that a long time ago. It's a really good anime.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just enjoyable. Like, I'm not gonna act like it's like life changing, but it's a very fun watch.
It's a fun one. And then me and Ange have been watching a bit of Spy Family season 3.
Ooh.
And then I started, but I haven't finished it. I'm on episode 5 or 4. Episode 4 of Hokkaido Gals Are Super Adorable. But that's been episode 4 for like a month. I haven't watched a single episode.
Hokkaido's the north, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the one where it's all cold and they're like snow everywhere. So
I can't remember what the southern islands are called, but I'm pretty sure Hokkaido was the north end.
Osaka.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, basically the whole first episode is him showing up all bundled up, but still being really cold. And meanwhile, he's waiting at a train stop with a girl who's in a skirt and
the classic high school setup.
Yeah.
But it freezing ass.
Yeah. Well, no, she's fine because she's from there and she's used to the cold.
No, I'm just saying, like you see the classic setup in like high school or rom com animes where the main character just runs into the heroine at a bus stop and then they meet each other at school. But in this case, it's north.
Which so far I really like it because I guess that's in most rom com. I like it when the girl or the guy, either one of them, just recognizes that they immediately that they like somebody, and so it's just like they don't. I don't know. There's no like tsundere. It's just, hey, I'm just gonna be friends with
Yeah,
them and go for it.
you must have really liked chilling in my 30s then.
I like the girl who's just she just went for it and
And
it
she's just
worked.
like, look, bro, I likes you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you likes me. Let's just make something of it. Let's just go.
Well, it took him a couple episodes, but yeah,
I I
I
think
think
he
it
was just
more.
trying to die on
Yeah,
purpose though. Like he was like because there was an age gap, so he's like, I don't know. He's like, come on, man, I'm putting myself on a platter for you.
yeah. But I do like that in rom coms where they just it's not like they're just forcing themselves on the person, but at the same time it's like if you want to, I'll be we'll be a couple type thing, and that's just established from the get go. So that's fun.
Yes. So if you haven't seen it yet, Cobalt, you should watch Chillin' in My 30s after being fired from the Demon Lord's army or whatever it's called.
Which is not a rom com, by the way. It just
It's not.
has that in it a little bit.
It's literally like magic, swords, fantasy, demons versus humans, and all that stuff. But the main character is just a chill guy.
Although if they did make a second season, I think that they'd have to bring the like demon lord or whatever she is that likes him but never told him, and then have to be one of the arcs or
Oh,
something.
they probably have some more chapters of the manga they can adapt.
I'm not reading. I want the
No,
anime.
I said that they could adapt. I didn't say that you should go read it. I'm saying there's probably more content they could turn into anime. Calm down.
Well, yeah, I know there's more content, but that's what I'm saying.
I was just saying there's
I'm
probably more
not gonna
chapters
read
they
it.
can adapt. That's what I said. They can adapt the chapters as it adapted to the anime. Calm
Mm-hmm.
down.
No, I will not. I won't read. I refuse.
Read, Kokami, read.
I read when I watch because I have to read the subtitles.
And here's the other thing: the two anime I've been watching this week. I watched the English dubs of.
Disgusting.
They weren't bad.
Unless it was Cowboy Bebop, then it's okay.
That's certified classic there.
Spy Family's okay too. Trigun's not bad.
Hmm.
Zoids. For some reason, they got like all the early 2090s anime, like their voice acting so much better than the
Well,
cringe stuff of
there's
the.
only certain animes coming over here back then, so they didn't have a huge market to spread. Like there was a certain demographic that was popular with Americans youth, so it's not like they had to have a very diverse cast of voice actors.
Like, I liked Naruto, but the voice acting and from English to Japanese is like a
It's weird.
tier lower. Yeah.
There's a couple of them they got good, but a lot of them are like, ugh.
Same with One
Kakashi and
Piece.
Jiraiya were fine,
Yeah,
but
same
then
with
there's One Piece.
One Piece. Like, I want to say Zoro and Sanji are okay, and then the rest of them, you're just like, nah. That's. I mean, Brooks okay.
Are you talking about the Four Kids or the more recent dub? 'Cause I think Four Kids
Just
make it decent.
if you watch Crunchyroll, they have English,
Yeah.
so not even for kids. It's just any English voice acting. It's not as good as the Japanese.
Oh man, the Four Kids dub fucking killed me for One Piece. I was
Yeah,
laughing my ass off.
I mean Yu-Gi-Oh is good English as well. I haven't
Well,
like
they
the
had to censor some of the cards for Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah. But like I always thought it was funny how Yugi changed from like a whiny little boy into Yami, and then it was like they just had man voice acting.
It's like
That was
the
hilarious.
testosterone levels have changed.
Yeah, it's just like which is how it's supposed to be. I think that's like, but it still was funny. The just drastic change every time.
Fun of that in the lead up to the TFS
Mm-hmm.
finale with Cell, where like they had Cell versus Perfect Cell versus Yugi Moto, and he's like, "I'm gonna take my little boy's body and go home."
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Yeah.
Well, what you doing, Penelope? When'd you get in here? She just came and jumped on me.
Always, anytime you want to talk, she's there.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of recent events, I have a great niece now.
Great niece. Oh no, he's
Yep.
old.
My sister's daughter had a child, and now I'm a great uncle.
Mm,
And I'm not even 40 yet.
yeah. Hope I could get there before 40, but it's very unlikely.
I mean, it depends.
Well, I have the only person that has a chance would be my nephew, who's like right now 12. So he'd have to do it by 19, or yeah, by 19 years old.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, that's why I said it's not impossible, but it's not likely.
He just meets that girl in high school. They
But but
they
he's
choose to
homeschooled.
spend their lives together. Oh, never
But
mind then. Oh,
yeah, that's what I was
he
fixing to
meets her
say.
at like at a community event.
Yeah, meets her at church.
Oh, they go to church.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've met most of my family, I think. All of
I don't
them.
think I met him. I don't think I went to church with him though.
Oh
The only time I went to
no,
church with them
we
was the day of
didn't.
their wedding.
Yeah, but we weren't on Sunday. You weren't here Sunday.
It's true.
Yeah, so. But I don't go to their church. I go to a different one. The one that the wedding was at was where I play drums and stuff. So,
Hmm.
but they go
I
to a
remember you.
much bigger one.
I remember you setting up the music equipment and all speakers and stuff. You seemed to know what you were
Mm-hmm.
doing
That was for the
for the reception.
reception. That was at I'd never been to that place. That was the fire hall. But yeah, I
Yeah,
knew. But yeah, we got
Cobalt, do you want to go or?
what you been up to?
Just been working, man.
Oh, you've been more than just working. I know that.
I haven't done anything particularly interesting.
You haven't made any new places while working.
No?
Ain't listened to no books or read anything.
I guess, Pat, we need to say what we've been up to, as in we also need to introduce what we kind of do because not everyone knows. Especially, so Cobalt, you're a techie guy
Well,
for
if you remember what I
places
suggested this,
around South.
I just said like not to say what we've been up to anime and manga wise, just what have we been up to for the month of February? Because February's been kind of it's pretty early in the year, and each month some crazy shit's been happening.
That
Not
was
necessarily to us, but
ours.
just in general.
Yeah, it was ours birthday, my dad's birthday, so my little sister's birthday.
My sister's birthday was beginning of the month too, and now a
Mm-hmm.
new birthday on February 28th. Well, not 28th. She was born like last Tuesday.
I don't know. I've just been reading like random books. I haven't found anything
Have you been
decent.
reading or listening?
Reading.
Oh,
It's the same thing.
well, I mean, if I put it on in the car, it's different. But usually I just put a YouTube video on while I'm driving. Something I
That's what
can
I do all
listen
day
to.
long.
What?
That's what I do all day long.
Well, yeah, but like y'all have hours of driving. I just have 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So mine are like clips, Hololive clips
I've I've
or
been listening
something.
to a lot of the unsubscribed podcast.
Don't know what that is.
It's a lot of people who are like mostly like ex-military or just like current serving police officers and different stuff. They have some kind of hilarious stories they tell. and some
Mm.
terrifying stories. Like the most recent one they were talking about, the guy talking about how what he was in his deployment in I think Afghanistan. He's in his 40s. When he's deployed to Afghanistan, he got shot in his helmet twice. So like yeah, he was like I was that close to getting domed and just taken out. I was like oh that sucks.
Well, he did get domed. He just
Yeah,
was
he
protected.
just survived.
Wear your helmets, guys. Wear your
He
helmets.
said yeah I got knocked on my ass. Like you don't say.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Getting shot
Uh,
in the head will do that.
let's see. Besides that,
I mean, I think that should be like if people are going to be against like serving in the military as like a like coming of age style or whatever it's called, like what Israel does, then it should just be like you wear this helmet, you wear a bulletproof helmet, and we get to shoot you once.
what?
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
there you go.
Have a whole generation of just people that start life with a concussion.
Nah, I was just saying, give them something to experience. I don't know, but at the same time, like I don't know, it's hard because I feel like there's just a lot of people who have no life experience at all, going into college and other stuff, and they don't need to yet. They need life experience a bit more.
That's actually have you seen Hacksaw Ridge?
No.
It's about the 77th Infantry Division in World War II, where the United States was drafting everybody, and majority of the people were in their like early 20s or even their late teens. But as kind of an experiment, they had a bunch of draftees who were actually in their 30s, and they as a kind of experimental division, they made the 77th Infantry Division, where it was and the thing the whole life experience thing was what I'm getting at with this. Even though they were older and not as great a shape, they were so just competent and experienced with how to handle themselves, how to do everything appropriately, and to just function when given orders. They were actually outpacing most other divisions in the military.
Yeah.
They said their adage was um, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So even though they were going slower because their operations were going so smoothly, they were outperforming everybody. So yeah, that whole having your shit together kind of like that comes with age. It really plays a good part of being in your competence and how well you work.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
I'll speak to you later.
I don't know what there just needs to be. I don't know. I feel like college should be that, but at the same time, there's just so much freedom in college that it's actually, I think, counterproductive for a lot of people. So,
I mean, I don't even necessarily think it's a college thing. It's just getting experience and just having to function in general. The more like you do it, the more competent you get. I could tell like thinking about how I was in my 20s versus how I was in my early 30s. I was a completely different person. Like how like I was just well put together at that point. I know what I do. I know what I'm capable of, and it's just a whole different situation.
yeah, I don't know. I'm about the same as I have been since I've been probably about 22. I don't think I've really changed much as a person.
I think you have.
How so?
I don't know. You just
Like on Facebook? I mean, that's all you really have to go off of.
yeah, we never really started doing voice chat until like
Yeah.
4 or 5 years ago.
And if you think I haven't changed since then you're then I probably haven't changed since I was 22.
No, I just mean the little conversation I did have with you on Facebook, you were a little different then, but that was all texts of, things were not quite the same.
I don't know. It depends on what you're talking about, but yeah. I mean, I'm married now and stuff like that, but
Obviously.
I don't know if that's.
You were single and ready to mingle back when I first started talking to you.
Well, I
I don't think
had
you're
a.
looking to mingle. You're just single.
I guess back what 22. I might that would have been just about the end of the friendship with somebody who got who I probably if she would have accepted it would have gotten married to. So
Oh damn.
yeah, we were planning to meet and everything, but then just a bunch of stuff happened. So
Oh shit.
and kind of out of her control, out of my control. And just
That's
something that, yeah, I mean, it's not a secret. It's on if people know who I am, it's on my admin page and everything. The girl I like got hacked, and like her personal college, everything got hacked, and she had to literally shut down all social media, all her emails, everything. And she just told me, I'm sorry, I'm not returning. Um, and we had just about 2 months before that happened, was planning to meet, but we were like 2,000 miles apart. So it was like taking a long time. And she just said, I don't, at this point, she was done with everything online. And sadly, that also meant people. So,
Yeah, that's
but
quite unfortunate.
yeah,
Well, enough I guess about that. We barely got into what I've been up to, so I guess I'll continue what I was talking about.
yep.
Uh as far as the most recent stuff, I talking about I've been watching anime. The slice of life one I finished. What was it called again? Let me pull up the names so I get it right. Yeah, dealing with the Mikadono sisters is a breeze. Was the slice of life I watched. And again, I watched the English dub. It wasn't bad.
What was it called?
Dealing with the Mikadono sisters is a breeze is the English title.
Is it on Crunchyroll?
Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll.
Oh, I see. It's in my list.
I figured it would be.
So this is the
It's
slice of life you were talking about.
yeah, although it's a not to spoil too much, but at a certain point, basically all three go kind of tsundere, where like they won't say to him that they like kind of like him, but they all kind of know each other. They're kind of like, oh Jesus, this guy, I
Yeah,
can't stand it. It's pretty funny though.
kind of
I
like
actually
the.
laughed out loud a couple times.
Is it kind of like the quintuplets?
No, not like I can see why people think it'd be similar because it's the same situation. The main character, well, he was just tutoring. I can't remember. Did he move in with them on that anime?
Yeah, technically yes, but not really. Like it was just a weird circumstance, and then they because of his family situation. I thought.
Well, in this one, I don't want to spoil too much, but they don't have like a past with the main character. The only thing they kind of have in common is that yeah, this is episode one stuff too. The three of them are expected to be like they're all extremely talented and like very like the top of their field of the stuff they specialize in. The main character is the son of a very talented actress who like did her own stunts and was very literate and like just an amazing person, but he has zero talent for everything that she did.
Mm.
So, and he is uh invited to live with them because their father was doing his mom a favor after she passed away. Again, episode one stuff, and so he starts living with them and whatnot, and it goes from there. It's a pretty classic setup.
Sounds like
And
it.
after I finished that one, I started watching uh I guess it's technically an isekai. The weakest tamer began a journey to pick up trash.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really good. Like it's like the production quality is pretty high up there. I'm not gonna lie. And for being in a fantasy setting, the main character is kind of grounded because she doesn't have much she can do as far as like magic and combat. So she's just literally surviving. It's a pretty good show. It's a little sad sometimes though. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
But that's as far as the anime I've been watching recently. I got back into Monster Hunter, as you guys have seen. Just wanted to fight some things, and now me, Ellis, and Oz have been just fighting shit now together. We haven't played in half a year, so a lot of stuff's come out since then, and a lot of content to go through. So it's been pretty fun. Can't think
Hmm.
what else. Oh,
Do-do-do.
of course, Helldivers. Just because we want to blow shit up sometimes.
Helldivers.
I mean, if you want to blow shit up, that game's really good. I mean, other than that, but and I guess the only other thing talking about work wise is I've been fucking busy the last week. I've only had one day I didn't have to work overtime, and that was Tuesday. I got home at a decent hour. I didn't have to have any late day orders came in, but I mean, just like working like 10 to 11 hours every day last week, it got a little out of hand.
I bet.
I actually might get an entire day off next week for overtime reduction.
There you go. Paid or no?
I mean, again, it's overtime reduction. So, if with my company, I've been trying to keep overtime down. So if you get over 50 hours on your time period, they try to
50.
give you a day off.
You mean
Yeah,
40?
no, no, no. Like 40 is regular time, 50 is 10 hours of overtime, and anything after 50, they try to reduce you down to 50. So
Oh, okay.
if I have 58 hours of overtime, they might want to give me a whole day off just to get my overtime down.
Okay, because it's like bi-weekly or bi-monthly, whatever you get paid.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
even though we do bi-weekly periods, pay periods, the time cuts off like by a certain day in the week, so they
Yeah.
have to give me a day off before like say before the end of Wednesday in order for it to get my overtime down.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
a pretty good time for me to go do my taxes. I ain't had time to go do it.
You go H&R Block or something?
I probably will this year, but it might be the last year I use H&R Block.
Yeah, they overcharged us for it. But I wanted the what's the word? Security, because I
Yeah,
didn't want it to fall back on me.
that's the reason I use H&R Block because I screwed up something a few years ago, and so I got audited. And so now I've been using it for the last few years, but I think I about got myself straight again, so I can probably go back to not using H&R Block anymore.
You screwed up.
I did screw up. Not gonna lie, I certainly
I'm
did.
I gonna I'm not gonna ask details or whatnot, but I'd done my own taxes for a while. I don't know how you screw up something when if you're single, but if you're
It
if you're
can get
trying to
really complicated really
if you're
fast.
trying to claim a bunch of stuff, yeah.
Oh no, for me, just figuring out how much I'm supposed to pay can get really complicated really fast.
It depends on what you're using.
It doesn't matter. I've got too many sources of income.
Mm.
Yeah,
Get
that's
out
why.
phone over here.
Well, that's why I had to do it this year's because I changed jobs and I took out the 401k from the other job that I quit. So I didn't want all that coming back on me for any other time. So that's why we did H&R Block this year. But next year we're gonna do probably Free Tax USA. But do you do it by yourself online, Pat, or do you do it?
No, I go to the store.
You go to somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, they charged us $2.50 each. So.
Oof. Yeah, it's not a cheap amount.
Mm-mm. Yeah, if I did it online by myself, it was like $100 each. Still, but still, that's a lot to do my own taxes.
Oh yeah. Something else I've been working on. I know I told y'all about this, but I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast, but I'm just about ready to distill this alcohol that I've been brewing. So I think this week, since I'm not on call, I'm gonna go ahead and work on making this rum.
Gonna ship some to us?
I don't think I can legally do that. But if I could give you some, I would. But I'm not making a ton. Like I'm probably not gonna get a gallon out of what I make. Probably not even half a gallon, to be honest.
You're gonna come home and your dad drink it all.
No, he doesn't drink alcohol anymore. I've offered it to him.
Oh,
In fact, I should offer y'all some of my homemade wine that I made while y'all were here.
I think you did, and we just didn't take it. But Ange doesn't like wine. I haven't tried it,
Well,
so.
this is mead, and I accidentally made it too. I put too much honey in my first batch I ever
Ooh,
made. So instead of being like 11 or 12% alcohol, it's actually like 18 to 20.
oof.
Yeah. So somebody said it was like sipping whiskey. I'm like, yeah, it's a little strong. It's not burn your throat strong, but it's
Uh,
definitely, you can tell it got alcohol in it.
I actually always thought my first drink is gonna be whiskey, but that's because I love savory flavor. So like I definitely wouldn't like fruit drinks.
Doesn't say
So
fruit, it's honey.
yeah, well that's what I mean is I'd go for a whiskey or mead or something like that, maybe a beer, but I always thought I should do whiskey as my first drink since I
Yeah, you
still
drink
haven't done
alcohol
that.
ever?
I mean, other than maybe picking up one of my dad's beers when I was a kid and drinking it before he could say anything, but I wouldn't remember that, so I wouldn't count it.
Just a little oopsie.
Well, I mean, that would have been, yeah, when I was like below 9 years old, so definitely not on purpose, and definitely not my parents offering it, because I was the type of kid that would just find my parents' stuff and take it. But they were also the people that would just offer whatever they had, not, but unless it, like, if my dad was drinking alcohol, it was very special. So
Hmm.
we would have had to have been like out fishing or something if he had alcohol.
I mean, that's what you do when you freshwater fish. You bring some alcohol with you.
Well, we had my grandparents had their own pond, so that's the only time he really drank. Whenever at least I was around, that I can remember.
Anyway,
But, yeah,
I need to go fishing at some point if it stops raining.
that's something to talk about. What's with everybody just like? I mean, I guess I've noticed that is maybe it's me. I love, like, I guess what people call bad weather. Like rainy, gloomy,
I
like snow, no light. I'm like, dude, this is the best.
No, I don't really have a problem with the weather unless I'm doing deliveries in it. That kind of sucks. Because I mean,
Mm, I liked it.
having to spend the day soaking wet from head to toe, including my socks, is not a pleasurable experience.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, but that's because I'm doing it. If it's a day where I'm off, I'm like, I guess I'm just staying inside today. I don't
What?
really care about gloomy weather per se, just as long as I'm not in it.
I don't know. I always thought that was strange. Like everyone's like, "Man, weather's horrible outside," and I like look outside. I'm like, "Huh? I kind of like
Well, I
it."
mean, like I
So-
said, it also depends if you want to like. There were times where it was a running joke a few years ago where every time I wanted to do something outside, it would rain that weekend. Like didn't matter if it was like going like shoot my guns, like blacksmithing or anything like that.
Mhm.
It would rain that weekend, and I'd be stuck inside the whole weekend. It'd go to rain like, oh Patrick, you must have something planned. It's raining again. It's like, mother. Yeah,
Yeah,
if you want to do something outside, it does suck to have rain, but yeah, if I don't have any plans to go outside, then I say screw it. I don't care.
I don't mind when it rains on my days off, but if it's on
Exactly.
working day, uh, I drive a lot, and rain traffic is not fun.
yeah.
I I seen a woman in a new Chevy Camaro do a 180 in front of me in the interstate.
Oh, that's
Like
no fun.
I always follow at a distance. I don't ever get up close on people. But yeah, she just spun, and next, that's how I knew it was a woman driving because she was looking right at me. I waved, traffic went, then I passed her. Like that's all I could do.
Yeah. I don't know. I can see the problem with other people, but I like driving in the rain and stuff. But that's because
Well,
I don't make mistakes like that, but
you have
other
to
people do.
realize, like down here on the coast, it's not when it rains. It's not like, oh, it's raining, but I can still do like 70 miles an hour on the highway. It's like, oh, there's a wall of water in front of my truck. I can't see unless I'm doing like 45,
Yeah,
which is
Yeah,
really annoying when you're driving for like 2 hours plus.
that's
yeah,
pretty. There's two kinds of rains around here. It's either light scattered showers where like you couldn't even, it doesn't even rain for 5 minutes, or a monsoon that lasts for the entire
I
day where you
know.
can't see. It's it's pretty nasty.
And then
Yeah.
everybody says they hate the weather, and I'm like, oh, I don't mind.
Well, I mean, but then again, I
I
don't
mean,
know
it's
what we're
great
going
if
through.
you're inside because you
Yeah.
don't have to turn the AC on for that day,
True.
basically.
Also, being on the coast, man, if you get past a certain point north, like not even that far, like 20, like not even like 10, 15 miles off the coast, having a wet yard's fine. Anything south of the I-10 interstate, if it rains, everything's soggy. You slip and sink, and just it's your yard's a death trap, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Because it's all marshland is what I want to say if you're that close to the
Yeah,
actual coast. So whenever even in your yard, which is not even in the marsh, it's still got the same density of dirt. And when things get wet, it's a death hazard. I've seen people go flying in their own front yard.
yeah, I get
Oh
it.
God,
I get
I've
people
had
don't like it,
I've had
but I
some
like it.
dumbass coworkers who get stuck in people's yards because they think it's okay to just back up in somebody's yard. They weren't
Nah, yeah.
from
See,
the area.
that's the stupid people though. Like you just stay on the road,
Oh,
take the
yeah,
extra steps.
I've had people tell me too, like, "Oh yeah, go ahead and pull up right here," and they don't realize that my delivery van, when it's loaded, is like 8,000 pounds, and actually they're
Yeah,
tying their truck to my van to pull it out their yard. Like, I know I shouldn't have done that, but I listened to you.
uh, yeah. I don't know. I learned pretty quickly at the driving job I did. Don't listen to the people telling you where to go. You
Go
just,
your own yard.
yeah, yeah. Like I had a lady tell me, like standing in the street. I think I've told this story before. Standing on the street, saving a spot for me, and she was too. She had it too small, and I like barely tapped a Porsche, and but that
Oh
still,
no.
yeah, that still causes problems. And she was like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "Yeah, I shouldn't have listened to you." Like like, and
Yeah.
then the
I,
yeah,
I had
and
one like these people. It had just fresh rain. Granted, I don't think it was actually. Then again, it might have been on the coast. But these people, I could see their yard visibly soaked, and they told me like, "Oh no, you can pull up. We take our trucks through here all the time." Again, their trucks aren't an 8,000 pound delivery van, and I'm like, "All right."
Yeah.
I don't even make it 5 feet in the mud. My van just stops moving. Like, they had to pull me out. But that
Yeah.
was a long time ago. That was like year 2 of working this current job. I don't care how much people have confidence in the yard. If it's wet, I'm not. I was like, I don't care, sir. I'll carry it the extra 10 feet. I'm fine.
Yeah. No, I see how weather can be horrible and for people and stuff, but I don't know. If I if it was just the weather, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, it's when you gotta be in the weather you start having problems with it.
I'd love to be in the weather doing like disc golf, though. That'd be fun.
In the
It's
snow or
just
the rain.
no one would go with me. Oh, I'd do it in downpour. It would be fun to me trying to make all the shots in the rain and the
I never played
disc
disc golf.
slipping all over the place, us slipping all over the place. I would be that would be a lot of fun to me.
We do have a couple disc golf courses around here though, but I've never been.
Yeah, I've got like two like world champion disc golf places up here that are within 30 miles. So
Next time we meet, we'll have to go play. You down for that, Cobalt?
Down for what? Sorry?
Disc golf.
Disc golf? I mean, I've never attempted to play disc golf.
Neither have I. That's why we're gonna do it.
it's not hard.
Uh,
The only hard part is getting a ton of distance, but when you're just starting out, I don't think that matters. It's just a fun time. So,
I have to oil up these old bones.
no, it doesn't take much movement to do disc golf. That's why I can still play it.
We used to play frisbee and stuff when I was a kid. I mean, even as a teenager.
Yeah.
So I at least know how to throw a frisbee.
Yeah, I've been in like ultimate frisbee leagues. Those are fun too, but
Oh dear.
those are definitely way more taxing. Back when I could jump and do things.
Have you ever thrown horseshoes?
Yeah, but
I do
I
that too.
yeah, I've never like done it seriously, but played
Hmm.
like with family and stuff.
Same. I've never been in like a competition or anything.
Yeah. Or pickleball. Me and the wife play pickleball.
I saw 2 women playing pickleball in the street the other day in a
Just
suburban neighborhood.
just in the street.
Yeah, they had their. Well, I think one was a grandma and her daughter, and then her granddaughters were watching. They had the little tennis net set up in their little paddles, like giant ping pong paddles. They were playing pickleball.
Mm-hmm. I'd destroy them. They would cry and never play again. That's one of those where the game actually doesn't require as much movement as it requires a lot of like pre you got to pre-hit everything. So like you hit it somewhere because you want them to hit it somewhere else and then you're there for that return. So it's a lot it's a pretty good strategy game. But then if you're like just really good at reacting, it can be fun too. But not a ton of movement.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Now doubles is different. Doubles is all movement. That's why I don't like playing that one as much.
He was getting sweaty on doubles, huh?
Well, no, it's because doubles you either have to be really in sync with your teammate to not move as much, or you're the one running everywhere while your teammate's getting all the easy hits. So it's one or the other. There's no in between on that one. Because the court's bigger for two doubles.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah, it's the doubles is the same size as a regular tennis court for a singles tennis, but not as long. So really wide though.
Speaking of doubles and pickleball, what do you think about the whole Iran situation?
That has everything to do with doubles and pickleball.
I thought that'd be a funny segue.
I mean,
I don't even.
honestly,
All I heard is a guy died, and that's about it.
We apparently got the Ayatollah,
Yeah.
supposedly.
I mean, I'm fine with an overall, like, the other countries in the area are
Oh
backing
God.
us up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they've all been like, yeah, good, fuck them. Heck, they have. I think today they had some, or yesterday they had some Iranians living in America marching in D.C. cheering on the U.S. military, saying, "Thank God, y'all did that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's honestly, we've been taking too much from Iran. By that, I mean, we've been letting Iran get away with too much shit.
We've been lenient, is basically what you're saying.
Every single
I mean, I think
time
that's
that a
every.
ship that I was on went through the Strait of Hormuz, we
Yeah.
were harassed by Iran the entire way.
I thought I heard that this happened because they actually attacked a U.S. naval base. Is that true?
I mean, I think attempted would be the operating word. Their
Well,
missiles aren't particularly accurate.
whether it lands or not, you know better than to touch America's boats. You just don't do that.
They touched the butt.
You don't
Yeah,
touch
like
boats.
we have multiple bases in the UAE that they
Saudi
attempted to
Arabia.
strike at, and I don't think anything hit our bases, but they did hit the countries.
Yep, I think Saudi was. Yeah, I think it happened in Saudi Arabia too. They bombed like trying to attack us. They hit a Saudi Arabian city or something.
Yeah.
I mean, my opinion hasn't changed on the Middle East, but so
I can imagine.
I think my
I've
opinion on the
just
Middle
got a bit
East.
more of a personal bone to pick.
Yeah. Well, do you know what my opinion on the Middle East is, Cobalt? Do I need to remind everyone?
I mean, I can't
Don't
remember it.
remember.
Yeah, I would say just bomb it all
I
and
had a
take
feeling
the
that was
oil.
the case.
Send as many planes as we need to, saying, hey, if you want to be a good person, you can get on the plane, but we will vet you, and then anyone else, sorry.
I didn't know Iran had 92 million citizens.
But I don't.
There's some countries in the Middle East that I think we are successfully having an impact in changing their culture
Like UAE.
as allies to a certain extent. Well, the UAE is a group of countries.
Sorry,
They're always referred to as one.
I don't negotiate with child slavers and terrorists. So as long as they have slavery, as long as they have children that are abused daily, I shall not forgive them. Just give them a quick death.
For me, it doesn't make financial sense.
True. I mean, I could make it make financial sense. We get the oil, all of it. We can start selling to Russia and Europe.
That'll lead to a lot more wars very quickly.
Okay, the UAE did ban traditional slavery in 1964.
Indentured servants are the same thing, especially there.
They do have significant issues with modern slavery, primarily through exploitation of migrant workers under the kafala system.
Well, so UAE banned slavery for UAE. They did not ban it for anyone that's not UAE. So basically they just buy other countries' people.
It's forced labor for migrants, is what it is.
Yeah, it's that's not. I don't care what
The
the
UE,
internet says about it. That's
the,
not banning slavery.
the UAE also banned Islamic stuff, so
Oh,
they got that going for them.
they banned the Sharia law, but that's because that's not technically
No. There's
Quran.
there's a there's a few places that have banned the Islamic branch of things because Islam doesn't necessarily mean it's Muslim. It's just like a kind of like a branch of the Muslim religion where a lot of
Okay,
the extremists come
other
from.
way around, but yes,
Hmm.
because Islam is the religion. Muslim
Heck,
is what we call them.
fucking UAE banned students from going to Britain because been getting radicalized by Islamists when they go to college in Britain.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's because that. See, the thing with Britain and European countries, it's like it's like it's hard to make a comparison, but it's kind of like black people, white people here. They run with their crowd that they're familiar with, and the crowd they're familiar with just happen to be terrorists in Europe. So
Or quote unquote refugees going to Britain, right?
yeah. Well, no, that are just there. They've lived there, and now they're radicalized because I do agree they're radicalized because there has been like racism and like a lot of stuff going on with like people that are descendants of Europeans being very not, I don't know what the word is for that, but just not putting people from Middle Eastern and Asian descendants on the same like pedestal. They're not
I
seen
mean, they're
as
both
equal.
technically Asian.
Yeah,
They're
well,
just different. They're just different Asians.
well, yeah. I don't know how to explain it. People that have been there since early BC, to the people that just got there in the AC era. I mean, or yeah, after Common Era or AD era, they they are like I haven't been there, so I take my word with a grain of salt. But from what I've heard, is Middle Eastern people weren't treated the same. So, which
So,
I mean, I at the same time I understand because they didn't conform to the European culture.
like, what time
It's
period are we
like
talking about, though?
since it started. Well, since the
Oh,
Crusades, but yeah,
I mean, you know why the Crusades happened, though. I'm pretty sure.
because people were stupid. Why?
Oh no, I mean that's part of the reason. But the first Crusade happened because I can't remember I can't remember the
Because
name of the
Israel
empire.
could not hold their ground and got taken over by a bigger country.
Not, dude, it's not just that. There was whenever like that happened, the fucking the empire that ruled the Middle East and took over Israel was also like had a iron fist over the Mediterranean. They would attack
Yeah,
European countries anywhere near the Mediterranean Sea and lock down any trade across it. They were more or less just putting the Europe through the ringer any time they had a chance because they just had the
I
most power.
mean,
But then the Crusades happened to kind of counter that and get Israel back.
oh, the crusade, like
Now, when you
now,
get to the later Crusades, they get stupider. But the first Crusades was kind of like, all right, I can understand.
well, the first crusade I could understand if they didn't try to get Israel back because they could have just walloped everybody else in their way, but then they tried to go for Israel, which
You know
the
why we got a full head
base,
of steam? Let's go ahead and
yeah,
just go for Israel.
let's just go for their strongest foothold in the whole like it, because the was it the Byzantine Empire or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, because their whole thing was Israel. They didn't care about what else they had in between, and for some reason Europeans were stupid and they should have came with a plan. Instead they just kept throwing bodies at it, and that was the dumbest thing.
Another reason was happening because any Christians that lived in the area, not just like in like near the Middle East, were just getting like slaughtered. They were killing Christians anytime they came across them. So
True and
it's like
false on that one, but yeah, they weren't like, yeah, they were getting killed, but it's not like they didn't let a ton of them live either. That's the see, I that's the two, there's the two sides of every story, and believing what we have is the European side, but that's because that's our descendants.
But I mean that whole area was also called like the golden age of the. Again, that I can't remember like the complete names, but it was a very prosperous time for the Middle East. But it was also the
Hmm.
time they had the Europe basically just pinned down and not be able to do things because of the Mediterranean
Well,
stronghold.
and then also Europe was battling the Celts and all the
Hmm.
barbarians and the Saxons. They were battling. They just had war on all fronts. So it was just, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure wasn't a lot of Middle East countries also like trading with like the Vikings and the Saxons and shit.
No, see, there just wasn't a joint Europe. So,
Yeah, no, without a doubt.
so whatever you call
Which
Europe
they
at the
actually used
time,
Christianity to actually make a combined force to battle back against all that stuff.
yeah. So I guess what people refer to as Europe at the time, which was the Roman Empire, that was falling. Uh, that's kind of, I don't know. They weren't at the end, at least, they weren't a good empire. So it's kind of hard to say who's in the right, who's in the wrong at that point. And
True.
the Islamic Muslim people that were taking over were doing so um, quite
Just like
handedly.
Warhammer,
So
just like
yeah,
Warhammer 40K, there's no real good guys in the story.
yeah. And then Africa's just there. They don't. They they just didn't
Yeah,
care.
Africa has its own problems in any century. Okay.
Well, it's because if you try to go to Africa, it's like, all right, we're going to need enough water to last us a year. It's like,
Well,
yeah, we'd rather not.
well,
Because
on top of that, you
all
got to deal with
the,
all like the malaria and shit too. Like, there's so many like native
well,
diseases and like from bug bites and shit in Africa it's tough to deal with as well.
yeah, but their immune system probably could have handled it back then because that's how the Africans handled it. But at the same time,
Whoever
it was
whoever makes it
more
out of there probably eats.
well, every single village or every single country, like quotation mark country in Africa, was just built around the only water source for miles. So it's
I
like,
mean, that's
yeah,
a
so
solid
it's
reason,
like,
dog.
yeah, so it's like if you want to venture into Africa, you essentially have to like wipe out a whole country before you can go on to the next one because you have to gain the water source.
This is my swamp.
Yeah. It's not that's not a fun war to have,
Yeah.
especially when you're, yeah,
Say
when,
you're fighting the environment.
yeah,
That's the
everyone's
battle in
dying.
Africa.
Even
Like
the Africans are dying. Yeah, everyone's
how
dying.
you don't invade Russia in winter. Yeah, you just don't invade Africa 'cause Africa.
Yeah, the Russians out there doing their Harlem Shake as y'all are all freezing your butts off. Yeah.
Drink vodka, you'll be fine.
I guess that's true. They just drink alcohol and be like, "Oh, I feel warm,
Toast
warm,
Conrad. You
warm,
survived the war.
Conrad. You take strong
Sorry for
drink. You
anybody in
not
Russia who
feel
might be listening.
what? Sorry, they probably think that's funny too. And they're like, "Yeah, we're beasts."
This is winning strategy. Just hit the
Hmm.
time.
I don't, but it's also weird because Russia's like, what? It's so huge. Like,
Yeah.
is East Russia even part of the country? I mean,
I
how do
mean,
they get what do they do? How do they get taxes from those people? I don't know.
I say it's even though it's one of the largest countries in the world, it has like one of the lowest populations as well. There's just ah, it's a rough place, man. The
Yeah.
weather's it's it can be a problem sometimes.
Well, I feel like Russia's so big, you could probably go and like build a house somewhere like that you just see no one around for miles. And if you can get a water source, you're good for
Well,
generations.
I mean, not just in Russia, but like all the way over like to Sweden and the other like Norwegian countries. Like they literally have cabins built in the woods so that if somebody is like stuck out in the wilderness, they have shelter. So they just won't freeze to death and die. It's like
Yeah,
that's just something they have to have in places like Russia because it's just a rough environment.
yeah.
Like again, of another fat electrician video, he talked about this. I think he was a Norwegian soldier who the guy after post World War II, there were like armies that had medical grade methamphetamines as kind of like a way for soldiers to keep trucking on. And this guy, after accidentally taking his entire squad's dose so he can keep marching through snow, kind of got lost. It's a wild story, but one of the things is he accidentally burned down a cabin in the woods that was like one of those survival cabins. He was just like
Trying to
he lit
heat
a
it up too
fire and
much.
he lit a fire in the middle of the cabin instead of the fireplace like he should have because well
Oh,
methamphetamines. And then as the fire started burning the shed down, he just kept moving away until it got too hot inside to where he just went outside and leaned against the wall and fell asleep against the wall of the burning cabin because
mm,
meth.
yeah.
It's like damn. But yeah, it's a hell of a story. You have to watch it sometime. It's probably one of my favorites that guy did. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, anything else? Anybody want to report on something new they didn't? Y'all been playing Wilds. I saw that.
Yeah. Like I said, we've been doing it like you said. That what's been a ton of content come out since we last played. So now we're like at first, Os was like, "Man, I don't know about playing until the expansion comes out. It just doesn't seem like there's anything I want to do." But then I just wanted to go fight something. So he said, "I'll jump on." And I was like, "Well, there's actually a lot of shit." And that
Mm-hmm.
Capcom puts a lot of content in that game that doesn't cost you any money. It's pretty nice.
Well, that's the thing, but you have to keep guessing on which one they're gonna add stuff to because then they like switch it off. Like Worlds
Yeah.
was like that for a long time, and I was like, okay, so somebody, I think you gifted me Worlds, but then I never played.
Yeah.
I originally got, uh, I originally got and played for a bit. What's the other one? Rise.
Rise.
Yeah, and
I've never played
then
Rise.
well, you have 6.5 hours played. I have 16. So like I played Rise and they had some content out for that and then all of a sudden it just all died and now it's Wilds. So I'm
No,
just
I mean they still got the old content and all that stuff for it. Just
yeah,
not
they got
not
all the content. I'm just saying like people move on and then it's no fun for me cuz I'm like, oh, all my friends moved on.
Well,
So
that's what I'm saying is we can play because I've started playing Longsword in that game. I don't know what you like to play
and what?
and Rise.
No, you play Rise
Yeah, I
or
played Rise.
Wilds?
I've played both. I
Well, I
played a
know
little.
you've I know you've played well. Like I'm out of touch now, but
I
no,
say
I don't have fun in that game unless it's a like a start to finish type thing.
I'm saying is I'm literally I just hit rank 2 in Rise. Like I'm probably if you play you said you
I
played
thought
Rise.
you played Rise back when I did.
No, I've never played Rise until recently.
I thought y'all were. I thought you played Rise with me for a bit, and then now y'all are playing Wilds.
No, Wilds was the first Monster Hunter I ever played. You must be thinking of somebody else.
It might have been R then
Yeah.
back then.
So that's the whole reason I haven't continued playing Rise because I just wanted to play something different. Is because I haven't been able to play with Os and I got nobody to play with. So if you want to play Rise,
No,
I'm very
no,
willing to do that.
I don't enjoy Monster Hunter as much because people move on.
No, I'm saying
So
It's fun if it's connected.
it's not my type of game, is what I'm saying, Pat. You know me.
Yeah,
You know me.
I
I
know, but
do
I'm
not
just
like
saying.
these types of games.
I've been wanting to
If
play Rise with you for a while.
Well, you weren't on when we were playing, and now I don't like
I think it had me
the
working.
game. Yeah. I don't like the game that much, but if there's friends on, then I'm like, okay, I'll play.
So what you're saying is, if I
But
can get 2 more people, you might play.
if you get 2 more people, I'd let y'all play because it's the same thing that happens every time. Y'all are different times than I am. I cannot get on late, and y'all can't get on early enough to play with me.
You can
And
play
then
Wednesday.
no, I can't. Oh, no, I mean, but I'd rather watch anime. I've got too much stuff
I
to go
know.
on. But also, I'd rather play Valorant, and no one plays Valorant. So,
Yep, it's true.
yeah. So, like, every time Panda's on, I'm like, hey, I want to play. So, it's one of those where our our times don't match up, and I would rather play a different game. But also, everyone moves on. I don't like games that people move on from. That's why I like Valorant and Rocket League, because they're constant and people play it, even though they don't play with me, sadly enough.
I mean, there's too much out there to try to just for me to be stuck with one game. Like I'll come back to games I really like to play,
Mm-hmm.
but I like to try new things. I don't like to just stick with one thing constantly. Break up the monotony, you know.
No, I
Hmm.
don't, honestly.
I can
I'm
tell.
a, I'm a, I'm a stick. I'm just a one. If I spend money on something, I want to do that one thing.
Well, that's the thing is Valorant's free.
Yeah, but I spent money on it
Uh,
and I like it. But also, I spent money. I played. Like, I love golf with your friends, but not many people play that as much, and they don't want to play it all the time. That was like the thing with Sea of Thieves when we were having that thing with Aru where we were playing like every day. I was like, oh, this is really enjoyable, and then all of a sudden it was like no one wants to play anymore, and I was the only one that wanted to play because everybody
might like
just moves on, and I'm
might be able
like,
to get
oh.
might be able to get them to play the new pirate game where it's kind of like
It
a
was,
survival game.
yeah, but I don't like why I have Sea of Thieves. Why don't we play the old pirate game? That's
This one's gonna be better.
see, that's my problem. Quit
Co-op,
moving
I want to play
on.
this game.
Quit
Co-op, I
moving
want to play
on.
this game.
Cobalt played Sea of Thieves with us for a bit.
You see the new open world survival pirate game that's coming out?
I don't think anyone does pirate games. Honestly,
This one looks kind of good though.
what is it?
I mean, it's no Raft. I can't remember the name of it, man. I was talking to another friend about this like 2 weeks ago, but I've seen the trailer for this game. It's like a survival game, but you're a pirate.
I don't know. I've
You
almost
gotta
thought
board
of,
ships and shit.
I've almost thought about buying Tekken 8 and getting back into it, but
Not the Tekken.
even though it's very frustrating and I can't stand the little like stuff they do.
Okay, now that I got a better PC, we could play Tekken 7 or even Dead or Alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the
I
way,
hate
they're
super
making
armor. That's what it is. I wish they would
uh,
stop adding super armor to everything.
they're
Just let
making
me play my original stuff.
Dead or Alive 6 last round. By the way, they're trying to bring it back.
What? What? They're just
I don't
trying
know
to
why.
bring back Dead or Alive 6
Yeah,
and just
they're
add
making
more content to it.
yeah they're making Dead or Alive 6 last round.
Yeah. Yeah. They just need to make a new game. That's 7. Just make
Go
7.
go back to Dead or Alive 4.
Just make 7 and then everyone buy 7.
Now, I think I mentioned this to you. They need to reboot Soul Calibur. Just go like just remake Soul Calibur 1.
Yeah, no. I got 6 is fun. They just need to add the old move sets and then let the people who were good at the game originally back in it.
Soul Calibur 3 Taki was peak Taki, man. They need to go back to
Dude,
that.
bring back Killick from Soul Calibur 1 and 2.
He was a son of a bitch back in the day, all
I
right?
know, that's why. He was actually fun to play back then.
My friend mained Keelik, and I hated every minute of it.
That's the only reason I loved the game was for Killick back in 1 and 2. He was decent in 3 as well, but not as fun. And then they just were like, "Oh, he's dead. Wait, he's not."
My friend that mained Keelik in the first couple of games, he switched to Cervantes in 3.
Yeah,
Pirate.
not a true believer. Not a true Killick main.
He still played Keelik, but he just got better with Cervantes in that game.
Yeah, no, I moved to Maxi, so when they left out well, Killick was gone. He wasn't even in the game, so I had to choose somebody else. So I chose Maxi because he was in the second one.
Too.
Okay, Siegfried can die. Siegfried can.
Why do you hate Siegfried?
It's got the stupidest moveset in the world. Like the slowest.
Like water, man.
The slowest hits that should never connect. Yeah, and they always do. Time. They always do. And he gets super armor. Okay, I can't stand super armor. Super armor should be.
He wasn't as bad as Astroth when it came to super armor. That son of a bitch.
Astroth was at least balanced. Siegfried was not.
Dude, like at a local game store, they would have like these small tournaments, nothing crazy, but like everybody who basically like bought in like $5, they'd win that much money in the gift card or whatnot, and we played for the fun of it. They had a Soul Calibur tourney, like 8 people joined, and a guy fought. I picked Taki and he picked Astaroth, and at first he beat me the first 2 rounds because I wasn't used to how he fought, and then I dogged him for 3 rounds straight and swept. Like after I just did a full comeback, and he was pissed off. He literally left the store mad because I came back on his ass. He's like, "What, man? Let's just take your losses."
No, the fun one to play that I believe was banned for a bit was Volvo from Soul Calibur 2. Well, he had essentially in Soul Calibur 2, they added his I forget it was like a reach move to where he like, you know how he falls on the ground and then he reaches across the stage. Well, they added that in 2. In 1, he didn't have it. So when he was on the ground, he wasn't like useless, but at the same time, he couldn't do too much. He could, yeah. But then in 2, they added that, and basically it was unblockable because you could go low, but then it's a high hit as well. So
that's stupid.
It was a grab from the ground, and so it was essentially you can't do anything.
We liked to get into characters that could use everybody's moveset, but was random each round. Like they had Okadan in one of the games. We liked playing as those. Like everybody would pick that character and then just see what you got. And when somebody got Volvo, we said, "Fuck, this is gonna be an uphill battle."
Volvo was so fun to play, though. His moveset's so wacky.
Oh, when we went to the arcade, like they the arcades would have like the conquest mode where everybody would pick a team and then you'd work to win the conquest.
Mm-hmm.
Like 80% of the people we had to fight in the conquest mode had Voldo as the people they play. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why is it always Voldo?
Because he is peak and hilarious. Does the stupidest stuff and it works.
He does. He really does.
He was like Yoshimitsu in Tekken 3. If you found out how to use Yoshimitsu in Tekken 3, you were an Eddie destroyer. And
I used to play Yoshi back in the day just to troll because he was just that guy.
He was
so out of place in that game.
Yeah, you had to choose him to counter Eddie because Eddie was broken. But all you had to do with Yoshimitsu was just stand on your sword, and Eddie was like, I can't kick that. So I was like,
How cheating?
yeah, yeah, it was the
Not the
ultimate
sword though.
defense. Ultimate defense against Eddie was just choosing Yoshimitsu, and every time he tried to combo, you just jump on the sword because it was always a low hit. Hey, Eddie was stupid low hits, and then to a like 10 hit combo that was a mid, and so you had to block low, low, mid. I forget what else, but yeah, I I hated Eddie with a passion when they first. But it's also because they removed June. If they hadn't removed June, I wouldn't have been that bad. But yeah, June was my main from Tekken 2. Broken character that had an endless combo. But all right, well, let's move on to the next one. Something new that we're doing. Eventually, doesn't have to be today, but I need some new headphones.
That
So we
brand
need to.
that Ghost recommended, I that's the set I got. Remember how I used to have all these headphone issues, but then I got the same set that O's had, but this is a wired version. They worked really well.
Well, I'm looking for um just to give you a prerequisite. I'm looking for like
Non-microphone.
no microphone and better like music quality headphones.
No, then I can't help you.
And that kind of depends on how you like your music.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but like Sure's a good brand that I've been looking into.
Get the Beats by Dre.
No, nothing like that. I want wired. I want wired. And I don't want non-rap style.
Oh,
I mean the
I
bass
mean,
bass is fine,
there
but
you go.
yeah, I was
over
gonna say I like bass. So for music, I have like the Skull Candy Crushers, but
yeah.
that's
Skull
I don't
Candy's
know if
not
the
bad.
newer. I don't know if the new ones come wired or with the capability of being wired or not. The old ones did.
Yeah. Let's see here. I mean, Sony, Bose, sure. There's a bunch of new ones. Honestly, I might look up a Red Dragon because that's what I got now. And that's just cheaper Brazilian headphones, but like I've never heard of Buyer Dynamic, but I'm sure they're good because they're like everywhere. But I've never heard of them. I do like the Sony over-ear headphones.
Let's.
But I definitely don't want like HyperX because I'm not looking for a gaming headphones. They don't feel good on my head. I want something soft, probably felt.
Yeah, right now, I have some Logitech headphones that had a remove. Well, it's a Logitech headset that had a remove.
What kind of is it? Leather? Or is it what's on your ear? Like
I'm gonna say felt with a leather
with a leather
lining
covering.
that has
Yeah.
that is long since worn away.
Yeah, that's kind of why mine nowadays is like I don't have to get new headphones, but I feel like I've heard my ears go in and out sometimes. Like I've heard one side drop a couple times, so but I'm also not looking for anything terribly expensive. So
Yeah, these are probably expensive. I think they're like the Logitech G Pro or something like that.
like the I got like the Shure SRH 440A, $109. That's not bad. Like I could see getting that, but also I said it's not. I don't have to get them immediately, so like I could save up a little money and then get some. Sweetwater's a good website for a lot of headphones because they're pro musician stuff, headset, mics, amps, guitars. They do all that, but headphones they do those as well.
Oh my. Um,
Yeah, there's a
according to
lot of biodynamic, and I don't even know. I've never heard of that. According to what?
according to one of the U.S. House of Representatives, Iran in the last 24 hours, Iran has taken military action against 14 countries.
So they chose death.
Yeah, apparently they say they've attacked, I guess, what do you call it, assets for the United States, UAE, Saudi, Qatar, Kuwait, Jordan, Iraq, Bahrain, Israel, Oman, Syria, Cyprus, France, Italy, and the UK.
Hmm.
And then again, like the France thing was Camp de la Paix in the UAE, and the Italy one was a NATO camp, and the UK one was in Cyprus,
Oof.
and a couple of other ones. So yeah, they've attacked things that are 14 countries involved, just saying that way. So that's a little spicy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about par for the course.
Ooh.
What do you what? What's your thoughts on open back headphones? Because I wear open back for when I play drums, but that's because I'm on a digital set, so I don't have to hear the rest of the drum kit. I just have to hear the music in my headphones and then the rest of the mix outside. So I kind of like it because I can hear both the room mix and I can hear what is going on in the monitors.
I have never worn open.
I mean, do you know what open back are?
I mean, I assume that it doesn't have noise cancellation going all the way around your ear.
Yeah, so they have the like it covers your whole ear, but then the back what should be the back of your ear doesn't have the like full yeah, noise cancellation. I guess is the best word for it, but like
Yeah,
I don't
see,
know.
I've got to have full noise cancellation. I can't.
Yeah,
I gotta say,
I guess
my headphones are pretty good noise cancellation. I often have to have one ear uncovered so I can hear what's going on in my house.
yeah.
Actually,
Oh,
probably gonna pick up another set of skull candies. Selling old version of them on Amazon. I liked the old version more than the new one. Shape more.
let's see. What is this on Amazon? They're about the same. So MDR 7506 from Sony. I'd have I don't know. Would I have to put in? Yeah, no, I wouldn't have to use an adapter. It'd be great.
Experience
Let's see what you got on Skull Candy. Let me look that up. You just looking on Amazon, or where are you looking?
Yeah, I was looking at Amazon because I like the older style. I don't like the newest headphones.
I definitely want wired. Not. Riff off wired headphones, convenient for travel. Probably not what I'm looking for. But oh, they have the weird mesh. Yeah, I don't want that. But that's probably the new ones you're looking at that you didn't want.
Maybe I'm looking at the $100 crushers, which probably also gonna have.
Sorry, I saw a comment that said Keir Starmer has the body language of a teenager in trouble with his mom.
Oof. Well, let me show people what I'm looking at here on the old display. Get our PNGs out of the way here for a second. Oh, not the starting text, the PNGs. There we go. So this is what I'm looking at right now. Crusher. Oh, is that mic removable?
I mean, the crushers don't have a mic.
Okay, the Crusher PLYR does.
That is,
but it's a gaming headset. Yeah.
That's different.
Crusher ANC2. Is that what you're looking at?
That is the new version.
Oh.
Crushers, which the ear shape's a little bit different than the old school ones.
Okay, here's a Philips open back. They're like, oh, this would be great. That's probably what I close to what I use at the playing drums there. The open back, but I guess for gaming it'd be better to have closed back.
I think you just passed the one I'm looking at.
Crusher. What? I mean, there might be delay on stream, so you're gonna have to name.
Sorry, yeah, the $100 ones.
They're Bluetooth. I won't do those because they have
They're not Bluetooth. Well, they are Bluetooth, but they can be wired. They have a.
Okay. I try to see. The thing is I try to avoid ones that have microphones or can, because it does change the audio settings just a bit in the in-ear. But
Gotcha. Yeah, honestly, I just disable that part of it.
Yeah, which I mean, I would disable it, but I don't know. I haven't tried Skull Candy, so maybe it's different for them. I just know
Actually, I don't even. If you're connecting with the wire and not wirelessly, I don't even think it knows that it has them.
It probably doesn't if you're connecting only to the there's an audio only left and right. That's what I'd be connecting to. So it wouldn't even have a mic capability. But these are the newer ones, I think.
Yeah, the new ones, I find the ears a bit too small.
Okay, what's the name of the one you saw?
It's the only one that's $99.99.
Okay, this one.
I have a little bit taller ears, I think. That fits me a little bit better.
Yeah. Whereas this is the one I was thinking of, the Sony MD R7506, professional grade, close to your headphones. But we shall see. There's just so many brands nowadays. Like I keep getting recommended these biodynamic, but I have never heard of this.
The biggest thing for me is just making sure the cable wire end is removable.
Oh, they're Berlin. Okay. Yeah.
I've had a lot of headsets that died on me.
Well, have you ever
The
bought
cable died on me?
Have you ever bought like a sound quality one, like a studio quality before, or just
I mean,
just
every headset I've ever bought has been several $100s, except for the crushers. So yeah.
Well, I meant like you're buying them, of course, for gaming and other stuff. But have you ever bought one for specific audio or studio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my first headsets was. It's just I'll stand like they'll get so comfortable that I'll stand up and try to walk away.
Oh. Yeah, I don't
Like,
have that problem.
I will literally destroy the cable.
Just forget they're there.
Okay. Well, that's a different thing.
I had that happen one time, but it wasn't with the headphones. It was an IV that was stitched into my neck. Yeah, I was young, like 13, and I had to have a surgery. And they have a hard time finding a vein that was in my to put in my arm. So instead, they put it in my neck and they stitched it in so that it wouldn't slip out. So I forgot it was there after surgery, and I went to get up and go to the bathroom. I didn't pull the IV with me, and then all of a sudden I stop. Like I'm an inch from reaching the door handle, and I just stop because I just feel my skin, my neck just get stretched. I'm like, oh, back up. That's a little different situation then.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never had a problem with IVs or anything, but that's because I've had 13 surgeries, so I'm just used to it.
Well, again, I was young,
More
and
than
they just
that,
couldn't find my
probably.
vein. Like
Yeah.
I'm used to getting my blood drawn a lot. I've done a lot. I've had a lot of like needles work done since I was a kid. And so yeah, needles never bothered me. It's just that one nurse couldn't find my vein for the surgery, so I woke up and they had relocated the vein to my neck.
Yeah. Quick question. You look or do you look away whenever they insert the needle?
I watch. What's the difference?
I don't know. I've had nurses like, "You want to look away?" I'm like, "No, I like to
They've never
what
asked me
I
that.
like to I like to see the pain that you're about to inflict on me. That way I know it's not that bad."
On here, they're just like, man up. we gonna we
Yeah.
ain't gonna warn you. We're just gonna stick you.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
was
I find I'm less likely to move if I.
Sounds about right.
you cut out. You're less likely to move if you see it.
Yeah, if like I can watch it. Otherwise, I might move after it goes in, depending on how good they are at sticking it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't have as much pain if I sit there and watch it. But if I don't watch it, it's like all of a sudden there's the sharp pain in my arm and I didn't see it.
For me, it is 100% on the skill of person putting it in. Because I've had corpsmen that are really good at it, and I didn't feel it hardly at all. And I've had corpsmen where it took them a few attempts, and it felt horrible.
Yeah.
They could
Kind of
not
wiggles
go in
you.
a straight line to save their lives.
Or to save your life.
Yeah. The worst one that I ever had, the dude like tried to fish around while he was inside at
Oh
one
God,
point. I was like,
Oof.
bro.
This-
And the
you're
other
not
dude
trying.
that was with him turned whenever I said that and was like, no. Pulled him away and then did it himself. My
Yeah.
arm was bruised for like a
Hell
week.
yeah! He dug
Yeah.
around like he was trying to find gold. What the fuck, man?
I only should have let him
That's
keep
not how you
digging.
get in a vein. You have to go in on
He
the
was
way
trying to.
in.
He
You
was trying
can't
to
try
fillet.
to.
He was trying to clean you up, like take the skin off the meat, man. He was trying to
Mhm.
get you ready for dinner. Shit.
Eventually, he'll get enough blood.
Not
Yeah.
through the needle. Jesus Christ,
Oh
that's fucking
god.
incompetent, man.
Yeah.
I don't.
Sometimes you get the new guy and it shows.
I feel like the new guy should have to do it on a doctor. Do it on somebody that's training him, not doing it on the people that are.
So you can watch the doctor scream at this man.
Yeah. That way the doctor can tell him if he's doing something wrong. But it kind of goes into our hot take of the week. That I don't know if it's a hot take at all because I think most people, if not all people, agree with this. But it happens still. Hot take. You shouldn't have to pay for a doctor appointment unless they actually do something to help. Correct examples are correct diagnosis, referral, shot, etc. But on an incorrect diagnosis and or medicine that doesn't work, the appointment should be free
Mm.
without like any legal. You shouldn't have to get a lawyer involved to get that paid off. It should just be like, oh, they got it wrong, it's free. And
That's a difficult one because one, even if you do hire a lawyer, that's typically not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I know, which is why it should be free. Just, I want a free doctor's appointment if they don't do anything for me, okay? If they don't do anything, I shouldn't have even come. All right? And they're just making me pay for it.
It's kind
Pay
of
for
like whenever
nothing.
you think about when you call somebody like a contractor to come take care of something. You're even if it doesn't take long,
Why
you're
would I
taking
do that? I can do it myself.
but you're not a doctor though, and you're not
Yeah, but I
a
could have diagnosed myself of go home and rest.
you're not a licensed electrician either. Your house will get condemned. But
That's just not true. I could probably figure out the electricity.
oh, here we go.
We have done it before. Me and my dad have rewired. I don't enjoy it, but if it, depending on how much money it costs, I would do it.
To me, the biggest thing is there's a lot of things that, well, one, it's not actually going to lower the cost of your healthcare,
No, no, no.
most likely at all.
No, I'm not trying to lower the cost of healthcare. I'm trying to lower costs of copay. There should be no copay if the doctor does nothing.
So it's not going to lower your copay.
Why not?
And the reason is that at that point, in order for hospitals to make sure that for anything that's even remotely complicated or difficult to diagnose, they're going to give you way more tests. And you're going to pay for way more tests.
Oh, I agree with that, but I also think that they should for something that's harder to diagnose. But I just don't. I shouldn't be showing up to a doctor and then be like, you have a cold, go home and buy some over-the-counter drugs, and then I find out like a month later it's $100.
Yeah, it's just also unfortunately part of the reason that you don't get enough tests necessarily to
Yeah.
make 100% sure that you're getting treated for the right thing. Because the
Welcome.
insurance company isn't willing to pay for all those tests.
Yeah. Welcome, Jason Archer
So-
VT. Thank you for rating. Sorry to interject, Cobalt.
No, you're good.
But
It's just gonna turn into one of those battles where like the hospitals aren't going to want to take on the liability of getting it wrong. The insurance company isn't going to be willing to pay for the necessary tests to conclude
well, here
to the
maybe
degree of
this.
certainty that they want.
Oh, also Jason Archer. I've never seen your name before, so you may have been here once or twice. But for anyone watching now, we do a podcast on Sundays, talk about random stuff. Right now, it's a hot take of the week. That actually looks like it's a hot take for once. We have a disagreement, which is awesome. But hot take of the week is you shouldn't have to pay for a doctor appointment unless they actually do something to help. Examples are correct diagnosis, referral, shots, etc. And then on an incorrect diagnosis or like the medicine isn't helping at all or something, I believe the appointment should be free. But I do think we're at a different thing here, Cobalt. I would say I don't know. I'm trying to think in my head if I was a doctor and I just knew I did nothing for this person, why would I even charge them for it?
Because
you wasted your time.
tests and stuff that they did do for
But
you
what if
cost them money.
no, like I've had
But
it
most
I've
of the time
yeah.
it's just part of the process of finding the actual problem.
Like I said,
Yeah.
you're paying them for their time and their expertise. Like I said, like you would a contractor. It's not
Yeah.
so much that you're paying them for the work; you're paying for them to try to use their expertise to handle the situation.
But they use their expertise just to tell me to go home and rest, which I've actually had before.
Well, that's a lot of jobs requiring a doctor's visit, doctor's notes, or they're not gonna dock your pay or some shit like that. That's kind of that. whole
Well, yeah,
system.
but that I would say that's doing something. That would count towards like you having a doctor's note to get out of work or to, keep your salary for the week. I think that is doing something. Yes, you should have to pay for that. Like if you want a doctor's note, you have to pay for a doctor's note. But just to be sent home for nothing, literal nothing, that's when I'm like, okay, no.
So you're saying if you decide to go to the doctor and then they tell you that it's
Oh, it's a
basically
common
nothing
cold.
and
Go
you
home and
need-
rest.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I here then? Why did I've had it to where
Well,
I
you
was told to
chose to
come
go
in.
in,
I
right?
was
So that's
told
like-
to come in by the doctor. I told them the symptoms I had, and then I came in and they they could have done a flu test, but I don't think there is a flu test, is there? I don't think there's a test for that. It's just
I think there is.
Sometimes there is. It's
Yeah.
usually reserved for older people or people that might actually need
Yeah.
medicine to recover from the flu, and you would not fall in that category.
yeah. Well, I just came in and they were like, "Oh, we didn't think it was, it's not as serious as we thought, and your symptoms aren't actually that bad, so we're just gonna send you home." And then I get a bill later. I'm like, or I could see if I took a COVID test, I could see that, but then give me something for it. You have stuff for that. Why don't you prescribe it? I don't know.
For that, that's
I was told for one COVID just to go home and rest. So
that depends on the time frame. This during the 2020, 2021? Years later.
2 years ago. So after that,
No,
but
then
yeah,
that makes no sense. At that point, they ought to just have given you.
yeah, because they
It's
usually
not like
prescribe.
during the pandemic where
Nah,
they were
during the
kind of
yeah,
rationing
yeah, no,
medications.
I didn't even when I had COVID the first time, I didn't even go to the doctor because I knew that they were how they were at the offices with that, and so I just stuck it out at home. But then but then the not the previous time, but the time before that, they literally just said we can't do anything, go home. But I'm just like, okay, I get that, but then like I get charged extra on top for a bill where they told me not to just to go home. I guess they did do a COVID test, but they definitely overcharged for the COVID test then.
Probably.
Yeah. So maybe just lower
So
lower that one.
my personal opinion when it comes to stuff like that is you're paying for the peace of mind in that scenario,
I
so
guess
to
so.
speak.
I don't
Because
want to pay
there are a lot of,
$150 for peace of mind.
well, you didn't have to go in.
I paid $150 for work work note, I guess. At
Yeah,
that point.
because like there's lots of parents out there that will take their kids to the doctor for just about anything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my mom was one of them.
And if they didn't have to pay every time they took their kids in for dumb stuff, they would very
Well,
quickly
that
Bogged
not
down.
be
see
able to get.
see that's a problem with Medicaid too, though. Is you can literally take your kid in for anything, and most of the time you aren't going to have to pay out of pocket if you're on Medicaid. It's just free. At least that was my childhood. I know we didn't have the income to pay for medical stuff, so or even $100 here and there. So
Yeah, that is likely true that Medicaid would still cover it.
Well, I kind of agree, but also kind of disagree. The kid has no power over the parent on that instance, but they also parents like freak out when one of their firstborn children get anything, regardless of what it is. So yeah, I was diagnosed with the flu like 20 times as a kid. And it's like I don't know why I kept having to go to the doctor to get diagnosed with it when they literally could have just handed me the same Dayquil or NyQuil and Dayquil I got at home. But now there were a couple times that I got like sinus infections and my mom freaked out and then I went and got Z-Packs and stuff, but yeah.
My dad always called it the tax on people that didn't understand their bodies.
Mm.
The firm believer that you didn't go to the doctor unless you knew that you were actually sick.
Yeah.
Speaking of though, seems like everybody around me is getting sick but me.
You
And if you
guys
knew what you were sick with and you could treat it without going to the doctor, you did.
Not like my D&D group every week and except for last week, one or two of our members is got their entire family get sick, and it's just not been me every week. Then again, they have kids and social lives.
Yeah.
That's part of having kids. You're gonna get sick more often.
Hmm.
They're dirty.
Oh,
And
jeez.
they go to school with kids who are also dirty.
Jason, I saw you were doing some Bible reading. That's cool. I am not. I will say I am very much a Christian, but also very not popular among Christian
Also,
people.
also one of the 10 people who still play Rocket League.
10 people? What the heck are you talking about? I could look. Let me go see right
I'm
now.
kidding, bro.
We'll go look at
We
browse
do a little trolling here, man.
Rocket
So
League.
it's 2026. Most of those people are bots.
I mean, he's not
The other
wrong.
half are
I mean,
DDoSers.
when did Rocket League come out?
2015,
Like when the PlayStation
2014.
4 launched?
I don't know.
I think it was when the PlayStation 4 launched. It's been
I
a
only
minute.
started playing 2021, 2022, maybe.
Late to the game.
I was real late to the game. And I'm sad because I enjoy the game a ton.
It was alright for a while, but it fell off real fast. It started going
Says
downhill.
you. I think you got over you just got over your Rocket League hype.
And I played it for like
Did you finish that?
say,
Oh, okay.
7 years.
Yeah, and if all it takes for you to leave the game is to run into people that aren't good at it, then I'd say you're not. You're
Well, it
over
wasn't
your.
the people.
I
It was
haven't.
Epic Games that ruined Rocket League.
How so? Like, there's not. I have not run into a ton of bots, and you're about the same. You're probably a little under what I would be ranked.
Fire. That's a hot take.
I ran into bots and ones all the time.
I guess in ones, but I don't play ones, so I guess that makes
Gotcha.
sense. Yeah, ones
Then
is one.
DDoSers,
Okay, that I haven't run into at all.
you
Once
only
with
see
you.
them for a couple of games typically, and then they're gone because they're quickly making their way up the ranks.
Mm-hmm.
But they're there, and it's annoying when you do see them.
Yeah, so you're talking about what, like 15 games out of 100? For both of those, adding both together. I can live with
Also,
that.
the servers in general have been worse ever since Epic took over.
But you haven't played, so I thought they've gotten better lately. But I also have a better computer, so I might be that too. And better internet.
Oh,
But
you've upgraded those things since the last.
no. I mean, the computer, yes, since you played with me. Well, not the last time, but the time before that. And then the internet, I feel like mine's been the best that I've seen in the game in a while, at least in my rank, because everyone else has like all this ping no matter where we are, and I'm always, even if it's West Coast, I'm always still around 40 at the most.
The problem, I think, on that end is server location and potentially them not paying for network priority. Because every game that I play where I connect to a server and it routes me through Atlanta, there's issues every time.
Oh, then yeah, it could be because I'm north, so I wouldn't get routed to Atlanta.
Damn Yankees.
Yeah.
Which I didn't used to have that problem, but I also think there used to be like a US Central server that I would play on, and
Weren't you
I got
also
them.
not in Alabama for a lot of your time playing too?
He was swinging
Yeah,
hammer.
like the first 4 or 5 years.
I will say that a lot of people also have fond memories of the beginning of Rocket League when no one knew how to do anything.
There was none of these musty flips and shit.
Yeah, yeah. And whereas, like, right now, there are silvers and golds that are flip resetting, they just don't know what to do with it afterwards. But then they also have horrible positioning, like I said before. They work on the mechanics and then the positioning they do like years down the road.
I can barely dribble, so I just do what I can.
You have better positioning than over half my teammates. Then that's saying something because you're
I
not
just don't.
you're
I
like
can be
what?
in the right position, but I just don't know what to do once
Yeah.
I'm in the position.
Yeah, you're like what did you were plat when you like the
I think
highest
I
you
hit
got?
flat a couple times.
Yeah.
But that's probably because I got carried. Like
No.
there was a couple times. Like one time I got a guy just partied with me. He's like, you know what? Dude, I'm sending you a party request, and we just played together. And I played good defense, or like I would pass the ball to get the ball to him, and he'd score. And then he
Yeah.
solid on defense, so we just worked well together.
Yeah, good positioning can get you to diamond. And then at diamond there's just a roadblock of you have to have a few mechanics. And so that's the thing is I've got some mechanics but not enough to win a game by myself, so but yeah. I
Problem is, I started playing Rocket League to play with you, but
yeah.
you're I when we get partied with people, I don't stand a goddamn snowball chance in hell when I play with you. So it's like, what am I even doing here?
Having fun. What?
Well, the other
I was laughing at something
thing
else.
is like the last 2 years or so that I played Rocket League, I primarily played custom maps, which were becoming more and more difficult to do because the game was no longer on Steam.
Yeah. Yeah, uh I mean, I can't say too much on that one other than they are adding that for Epic, but I don't know how well it's going to do. But the main game, I think all the old heads are really tired of the old game, and now they're complaining instead of just enjoying the game as it is. But I do yes, in the higher ups like SSL and stuff like that, yes, I agree. The bots are a problem, the DDoSers are a problem, and they should fix that first. And I don't think uh destroying Bacchus mod does it. But I do think it helps because I do think they it does turn away a lot of people from trying to bot the game. But at the same time, I don't think it helps the actual player base. But at the same time, why don't they just add the mods from Bacchus mod into the game? I never understood that. Why do you have to have Bacchus mod to see your MMR and stuff like that?
Because they're Epic Games.
No, it was Steam. Even on Steam, they had to do that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, I guess his
they
story
had
was for Epic
Bacchus.
Games then.
Yeah, Bacchus mod's been around since what? Almost the beginning, or 2 years after the game started.
Yeah, I mean, it's information you were never intended to have,
I guess so.
but they also weren't going to ban it because it was such a useful tool outside of just that.
Yeah. I mean, there's all it has like the where you can turn on mechanics and see how it's done through the eyes, well, through your eyes essentially, and then attempt to do that during training and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know why they don't just add the information that Bacchus Mod has. Just add that to the game. It doesn't make sense why they wouldn't at this point, since everybody that actually plays the game has Bacchus Mod anyway. But and then I don't even know how we got onto this conversation.
I interjected a joke about Rocket League.
Oh,
I said when you were talking to that guy, the guy who rated us, I said he's also one of the 10 people who still play Rocket League, and you took offense to that. And I took
10
that personally.
people. See, that's the thing is like a lot of the streamers and pro player or former pro players now still play the game, but then they just complain. I'm like, I don't know. It's hard. It's weird. It's like, yes, I agree with what they're saying about bots and everything, but how do you like just ask them to remove the bots? I don't know.
And they can't. They've proven they can't.
I think they can. They just don't want. They don't. They don't want to put like an authentication into it because then Epic might lose a lot because a lot of the accounts are bots. But because people still buy stuff for the botted accounts, so they may lose a whole like financial dividend
Investment.
because of and for just removing the bot accounts. But yeah. Well, we went through the doctor thing. I don't think there's much we can say other than there's no real solve to like I don't know, maybe the solve is just adding the prescription drugs that would help a common cold or a flu to an over the counter quick like they have a flu and COVID
Bro,
test.
if I feel
Why
like I
not
have like a
just
flu or cold, I just take Nyquil or Dayquil. Like
true. That's what I do too. But then, like, you can't get a work thing. I guess that's the problem. I guess you can do it online, but then it still costs the same. It's like, can I just request you send something to work that says I'm out? I don't know.
I'll pay you $10 just to give me a
Yeah,
note.
give me $10. I'll just have your secretary or whatever. Your
I ain't even gotta see you. Just email it in.
like I got COVID. I can't see, taste, or smell. So
There you go.
just tell them. But yeah. All right. Well, what's the recommendations for the week?
I already put mine. It's the slice of life that I recommended earlier. Dealing with the Mikadono sisters of the breeze. I'm gonna recommend that because I actually really did enjoy it. It was funny.
Um,
Cobalt recommend
there's
headset.
uh, there's a new game called Star Rupture that's kind of similar to Satisfactory.
Don't know what either of those are.
You never. I mean, I think a few Hollow Meals played Satisfactory. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it.
I've heard of the name, but I don't watch.
I don't know what they do. I just know that it's a game about like just like building things and like making things just work. Like you're
Yeah,
basically like building a factory, just do things.
true. Why is Cobalt typing in the recommended?
Because I mean, you asked him what he recommended.
I know.
I could
Is
sub to a comic for 30% off.
Star Rupture. Is that space or just? I guess for Steam, it's not spaced, is it?
Uh,
Or is it
see.
one
It's
word?
not. It's one word.
Oh, then why is R capitalized?
Uh, question. And the actual game screen, everything is capital.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see it. Yeah.
I still have to go cook dinner, guys.
All right. Let me. My recommendation is a little anime called Plunderer. Please go
Oh
watch.
Lord, you're recommending Plunderer.
It's a good anime.
It is. It's not for the faint of heart though.
I think it is.
Main character's damn near a sex offender.
So's the girl at this point.
A little bit. At some point
Mom
she's
just
just like whatever.
says. Mom says as soon as you find a guy.
I mean, it's from the guy who made Sora no Tishimono or Heaven's Lost Property. So yeah, it goes there.
Nah, Plunder is a good anime. I really enjoyed it.
I was actually just thinking about that. Yeah, one of my favorite scenes of anime of all time is the scene where the main character that his childhood friend puts a thing on where if he sees women's underwear they'll explode in his face, and so he tricks her into like standing up, and he saw hers, and he just had this shit-eating grin that's just hilarious.
Mm,
I don't know. It was a very different anime, but at the
yep.
time is I found it hilarious.
All right. Well, we're gonna end it here. We are going to raid a friend of mine who streams games. His name is Dr. Pavel.
Baba.
Yep, he actually changed it to Pavel and he took out the under 12. So it's Dr. underscore Pavel underscore. We will see y'all another time. He's playing Marathon. Very fun guy, very nice guy. Give him plays Rocket League every once in a while with me if I beg him.
So what is it, like Moss?
What?
You say he's a fun guy.
Mm-hmm. All right. And with that, I shall ban Pat from ever seeing or coming or
All right,
no.
I got two free hours every Sunday.
No.